again. So,
Well, it's a shame.
I mean, hey, if you ain't got nothing else to do, we can always
It's
fuck
true.
around for 8 hours.
I'm good. I'm good for 8 hours.
Yeah. I have no life or no relationships anymore, and this
Exactly.
is what I'm going to do for
I
today.
just sit on Hangouts all day long.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something. I know damn well there's a way to monetize the shit out of that. I
Oh,
mean,
absolutely.
here's the funny. Oh, and we're live, guys. I'm Frank Schwarz. This is Byron Lee.
What's up, guys?
This is the SEO show, which I am trying to buy that domain, and that kid will not come off of that thing.
Ooh, theseoshow.com.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. He's got it pretty much locked down, and he's ignoring all my emails. But I know he's opening them because I have Yesware from yesware.com.
Oh, yeah.
No, they are not an affiliate, and they are not a sponsor yet. But I'm talking with sponsors, so we're going to get this bad boy going financially for both of us here.
Absolutely.
And they might fly us to New York, you know. Who knows?
Well, I hope that we go to the Bahamas, but New York is a good start, you know.
Brother, I don't care who wants to send me to the Bahamas. We're gone.
We're going.
Well, the porn sites, we're down with it. We'll do live hangouts with, you know, any of your stars. And
Well, yeah, whatever we need to find somewhere that's at least 2 hours away, we're good.
Yeah, exactly. We'll play this bad boy all the way out.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I wanted to say, awesome webinar last night, man.
Thanks. Tried to entertain people. Went for 55 minutes, so not too bad.
No, I loved I loved the giveaway, and I wrote it down where you're popping leads.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, you got 2,900 leads in like 7 minutes. I mean, that was like, and then you can target them.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, you get all those emails, and then they're business owner emails that, you know, they've collected. So it's pretty cool stuff.
That's I was talking with some guys. I got a couple of they're not lead gen sites, but you know, I guess lead gen rent sites.
Yeah.
And knocked them to number one for multiple cities, counties, state, high end. Talked to a couple of guys, and I said, hey, why don't you go out and cold call some of these guys, tell them what we've got, and tell them what, you know, we'll let them rent the site out or the pages for.
Yeah.
I said, listen, it's going to be real easy. Go into Google, type in the search thing, and start calling everybody on page 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, that's who wants to be on the number one spot, and the 1, 2, and 3, 2 of them are me, and one of them is a guy who's spending $100,000 a month to stay there.
Yeah.
I'm like, so I'm going to instantly put them on the second and third spot, which is going to bounce up to number one as soon as they start, you know, paying some money, and that'll take care of the SEO. And I could not get somebody. And I even said, I'm not going to pay you like $10 an hour. I will give you half of what this thing rents for every month, as long as you keep them happy. So call them up, get them in, call them once a month. Hey, how are things going? Hope you really liked it. Yeah, all that. I'll give you half. I'm talking $5,000 a month.
Oh, yeah.
To just call these guys and say, hey, we are there. Just type in your search term, and we're sitting there. So if you want it, it's easy. And I laughed because not one of them did that. Now,
Well,
if I had your system, I would have already had 3,000 freaking emails that I could have just gone, boom, here.
Yeah, exactly. And you can bypass all that other stuff that comes, you know, depending on how you're using the emails. You just send them out and be like, hey guys, you know, every single massage therapist in California, you send them an email and say, hey, I got this site that's ranking, and you're gonna, if you send out 2,900 emails, you should at least get one back, or you really don't know what you're doing, you know. So
numbers alone, one thing that we always learned was power of 10. It's an easy thing, you know, and it's like, okay, I'm sending out 3,000, 300 are going to open it, You know, 3 are going to want it. When it all boils down, when you get all the way down to it, at least 3 are going to want this out of all of that. And it should be more like 30, but, you know, at least 3 are going to want to physically take ownership of what you've got.
Well, yeah.
And that's just basic numbers.
It is. I mean, imagine you spend $500 or $1,000 on any advertising campaign, and then even if you get 2 or 3 people, usually if you're in like SEO or something, that results to like several $1,000s. So it's worth it, and it's reoccurring, and you know.
Oh yeah, and that's, you know, what, and your return on investment is the thing. You know,
Yeah.
I've always said if you spend $1 and you get back $1.10, you're ahead of the game.
Yeah.
You know, people are like, oh, that doesn't seem like a lot. Well, but it's a profit. You know, you're making more than you spent, which is a positive.
Yeah. Well, and if you scale that, you know, $1.10, you do 10,000, you get $1,000 off the top. You know what I mean? It's definitely where it starts to be worth it. You know, you can definitely scale something like that. I think that's what a lot of people don't realize is a lot of the guys who make money, they spend money to make money. I spend money on leads to make money.
Mm-hmm.
I spend money on outsourcing so I can just collect the profit to get more clients, you know. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I was going through some old videos of a couple of the bigwigs, and I came across kind of a standing interview that Anthony Aries and Brad Goss did, and they were at one of these porn conventions that Brad was speaking at to the marketing guys, you know, and he went through this whole research thing in a couple of videos, but he sat there and there was like a 5-minute video, and he's like, look, this industry, the adult industry, does CPC.
Yeah, yeah.
We spend money, and if we spend $1, we expect $1 back, or it's a failure. But if we get more than $1, then we just, you know, we follow that till the wheels fall off. And I was like, that is so much better and easier than, you know, and I know that the funnels are so important and everything, but I think when you're dealing with a business, you know, spending that money on advertising, just like they are,
yeah,
and going, you know, look, I targeted you, I found you, here it is. You know, I've got a video up that's real simple. It's just a black box with white letters, and it says, you found this video on page 1.
Nice.
We know how to get you there. Call this number. No voiceover, no music, nothing. It's like 5 PowerPoint slides that are black with white writing. 30 seconds. It's been seen like 800 times.
Nice.
It's sitting on top of Google for a bunch of keywords, and it just literally the impact is like, oh, how crap, man, how'd you do that?
Mm-hmm.
And I just tell them that's what we do.
Well, it's true, and what I like to do is just like the video, you get a video ranking, you target them with like AdWords or Facebook, and then you remarket to them or retarget, whatever it is, and then all of a sudden they're on like, I don't know, just Walmart or whatever sites. I don't think Walmart does, but whatever blogs, they're on news sites and they're getting this remarket. They see my face or they see, hey, sign up for SEO, and all of a sudden, like 10 different times throughout the week, they're seeing, you know, your SEO company or whatever you're advertising, and then they're like, I guess I'll call this guy, or I guess I'll email this guy because he's everywhere. And that's what I like to do, is be everywhere, so to speak, and it's pretty cheap to be everywhere.
Well, but that's the best thing, is because the typical buyer, especially of SEO stuff, sees you and thinks, oh my God, they have flooded the market. They are everywhere. This guy knows what he's doing. It's an automatic, after they've seen you so many times, they know, like, and trust you. Even if they never heard anything else, the power of you being everywhere that they go, and they don't realize, you know, that it's this thing. It's just an old trick that this guy did, and I laughed because I hated him for it. He'd have the person get on their computer, the business owner, and type in the URL that he wanted them to have. So then when they did their search, he was always, you know, his URL was always popping up into the top search results. And I'm like, Well, yeah, because you're cookied in, you bastard. I'm like, that is the
Exactly.
shittiest trick. I'm like, so now I just tell everybody, I'm like, look, here, I'm going to do this. You're on your computer. I'm nowhere near you. Clear your cookies, cache, this whole thing. I'll walk you through it all. And they're like, okay, yeah, now what? I said, now type in a keyword. Don't type in a URL.
Yeah.
Now, who's in the top? I don't care where you are, you know.
Well, I
This is
get that all the time. I'm talking to a client and they're like, hey, I come up, I can type in like my URL or my company name, and I'm like, yep, you're ranking #1, dude. But how many people, when you're like Frank Schwarz car sales, are they searching for that? They just want to buy a Hyundai. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
and,
Well, no, and that's I always say, when you're at home, what do you search? When you're on your phone, what do you search for? You are not typing in Joe's Auto Repair in da-da-da-da-da. You're looking for an oil change, and my wife goes, I always type in and our zip code. And I said, yeah, because it's going to bring up your local. Yeah. I said, that makes sense. I said, now type in near me instead of your zip. Google's smart enough. They know where the hell you live.
Yeah, it's freaky. So sometimes I have noticed, though, just here in Idaho, like they actually pinpoint me in Boise sometimes, which is about 5 hours away. But I think it's just the way that the ISPs are here or something. But most of the time, it's like right there in my block, and I'm like, ooh, it gives me a little bit of chills, but whatever.
Well, no, and an old school trick again, especially videos. If you are targeting, I mean, seriously, you want to target a badass area. In the advanced settings, you put in the city. You put in city and hit search, and it pops up on the map, and I'm going to set it to, Glendale, Arizona. So everybody in Glendale, Arizona is going to see my video.
Yeah.
You can go and actually change the service area and get the map coordinates and actually outline a box of that area that you want it to be. And like you, I'm in Glendale, but I'll come up Peoria or Sun City, and it depends on what they shift my IP to. Yeah. And I'm like, oh God, I don't want to drive to Peoria for this. So I have to go back and research, and I'm like, you bastards. Okay. But yeah, you if you target that, and I really have. I've targeted a video for just a certain area in New York City, so that I knew that anybody in New York City was going to see that. And yeah, of course, somebody else is if they're searching for it. But I really wanted to target, especially mobile users, Yeah. And I'm like, hey, if you want this, hit this right now, and go over and get Joe's hot dog, and it's just, I think we put in what are hot dogs made of, and got a shitload of people. Oh, so
nice. Yeah, as far as like the videos and stuff and like ranking locally, I mean, there's like nobody doing it around my area, which is cool. So I need to figure out what the heck I'm doing for myself. But like client stuff, I'll just do SEO for them, and then I put up like a video or a slideshow or something, and all of a sudden they're getting a few dozen views a month just from putting the city name in the title of the video. And so I mean, I'm sure you've seen that.
Oh yeah, no, that's I'll city name, zip code, phone number. Phone number is awesome because Google knows that the area code is only for a certain area. They know. Like funny. I have a 702 number, which is Las Vegas, because I lived there for so long, and it was a business number. So when I do anything, I come up really strong in Vegas. Because they know that my accounts are tied into the Vegas thing, which is funny, which brings us over to all my Vegas gear.
Yeah, hey, I'm sporting the Vegas Cup right now.
Well, it was funny. We were talking about, retargeting, and I mean, these places with these ads, I love talking to these guys who run these ads, and I go, this magazine is free.
Yeah.
But how many people are looking at it? Nobody found this ad. But if they are looking for a watch in Vegas, we do that.
Yeah.
And nobody's going, shit, I want to buy a watch, especially a $80,000 watch, and I'm going to look at the back of a magazine cover.
Oh yeah, exactly. There's casually, there's my new $80,000 watch. Great, let's go down to the store and grab it.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I'm reading this article, but this watch I gotta get this now. And that's what I tell people. I say, yeah, definitely advertise. Don't stop your regular advertising if you've got the budget, but I mean, damn, let's find your buyers.
Exactly.
I mean, that's we're going after the people with the cash who want it now. There's no decision. We can worry about the I'll be back laters.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing about that is it's probably sitting in like the economy lodge or something like that on the table, and you got these people paying like $30 a night, and they're like, oh wow, that's a cool watch. They take a picture of it with their iPhones. Someday, you know what I mean? It's not like they're gonna buy it. So.
Well, and that's funny because I don't know. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick here. We were I think it was our last night in Vegas. And we decided to all go for a walk. We were in for an education conference for the wife, and it was funny because we walk out, we stumble across this car because it's parked right in the middle of, the valet because, well, the valet guys wanted this Ferrari sitting there be very predominant, that you're at Caesars and this damn thing sitting there.
I always see like Ferraris and Bentleys and stuff like they're just left there, and I'm like, where are the owners of these cars?
Well, the greatest thing I thought was the fact that this Ferrari was from Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm like, you drove that car from Scottsdale to Vegas? There's no way. I mean, you had to have been going fast, but yeah. There's no way. That cannot be the most comfortable of rides.
Oh no, from my experience seeing them and like sitting in the seat and they're just like jarring, you know what I mean? It's a crazy. I mean, hey, let's drive the Ferrari to Vegas. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we walked out of that bad boy and it tripped. And it's funny that you say Bentley because I don't know if it was a Lexus or whatever that was next to it, but I was like, wow, you came all the way from Arizona to drive to Vegas to park this car here, and we're staying at the same place, and I didn't spend shit on this room, so
yeah.
I only lost $20, so I was happy. The whole trip only lost 20.
Oh yeah.
I gambled 22, so so let's see. What's going on in the news, man?
I don't know. Let's. I was gonna pull some stuff up and just kind of see what was this. What was this Pigeon thing you were telling me about?
Oh yeah, Pigeon. The Pigeon. Google Pigeon update.
Another animal. I gotta get a pigeon shirt.
But I mean, a penguin I can get. The panda I can kind of get, but a pigeon. A dirty-ass pigeon? That just means Google's either running out of P words or they just know that they're doing some dirty-ass shit to us now. And, it's targeting locals and Yelp. I mean, this the Yelp thing, man, I think it's going to end up boosting Yelp's ability. Funny thing is, they do the update and my phone rings and it's a Yelp salesman going, hey, you want to get involved? I'm like, not right now.
No thanks, actually.
You guys are getting spanked right now. Oh, no, that doesn't affect us. I'm like, well, it says Yelp. So I think it kind of does. Yeah, but they're wanting to screw up the 7-pack or the local listing.
Yeah.
You need to have, because what a lot of people were doing is throwing up a video, throwing up the pictures, keyword stuffing the crap out of their local listing, knocking the hell out of the map location, pinning everything, doing all that, and, manipulating it the best that they can. But now they're going to tie in your website authority to your local authority. So if you've got a crappy-ass website, you're not getting listed in that 7-pack there. And
Interesting, because all the time I'd have clients, they would only care about the map listing, the 7-pack. Their website was secondary, but they'd have all these guys that were up there, and they'd have like no website or like a really shitty website, and they'd just be crushing them. And like, well, yeah, you spend all this time on your website, and it's so that's good that they're like moving towards something that does it incorporate like the links, like the entire authority from what you've seen or heard?
From what I'm seeing, it's just basically the overall authority of your website. So if your DA is good, then you'll get more love from them.
Oh yeah, cool.
And I have a feeling that, again, Google is an ad agency, not a search engine anymore. Just like McDonald's. McDonald's is not a restaurant. They are a real estate company. They make their money from their real estate holdings, not the hamburgers they sell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So it's the same thing. We've got to play the game that Google wants us to play, and people are saying, oh no, now YouTube with the dirty links and dropping your tags in the description. They're taking away. They have been taking away channels and videos for doing that shit for years.
Yeah.
Okay, and I know I've lost them from the back end. I've put up incredibly 1,000-word articles that were really great and lost those too. There's a million and one ways of pissing Google off, and like we said last time, they change it every day.
Yeah.
Because we change it every day. We go about it differently, Hey, I found this worked, and you tell your buddy, all of a sudden now 2 of you are doing it. Now all of a sudden 2,000 are doing it, and Google has to turn around and try to figure out why is everybody doing this. Oh shit, now we got to do an update, and we're going to call it Peckerwood, or whatever.
Exactly. Dude, all this stuff with video and everything, unfortunately, I saw about 15 different webinars about all the video secrets and all this stuff. And, it's not like Google, they know that people are doing this stuff, especially when they hear that this blog that gets 500,000 hits a month has posted this massive thing about how to rank videos in 5 minutes. They're going to catch on to that stuff, so...
If anybody thinks that Google is not watching your webinar replays, or buying your course, you should be sadly mistaken, because they are, and they're watching the big guys, because by the time most of us see a webinar about something, it's old news. I actually saw it was funny. It was kind of a joke, but the Panda update, and as soon as it hit the news, I already saw somebody on the Warrior forum selling a product about how to, and I'm like, you can't know how to fix this yet because it hasn't even rolled out and settled. So you might not even, know anything. My buddy Derek Pierce, he's a big SEO guy, and he's kind of under the radar. Some people know him in his tight circles. He's known, and he's always laughing because he waits, and as everybody else is freaking out, he's like, most of my stuff went up. He goes, or half of my sites went down, half of my sites went up. It just, it's all going to work itself out. But
yeah. Well, it's pretty funny. When I was at an SEO agency several years ago, they were using like these article banks where they'd do like the guest blogging, but it was like on this mass scale. Like there's 15 other SEO companies plus thousands of people using them, and I'm like, that is bad news. And I used it very limitedly, and my clients were here, and then all of a sudden Google manually took those networks down. Everybody else is like this, and they're like, well, how are your sites up there? I'm like, well, I could see the writing on the wall. It's not that hard,
Well, and that's, when I taught my course for Google Hangouts when we launched in December, I had a guy, and I said, okay, guys. Well, one, I knew my resources weren't going to be strewn about, and everybody was going to use them and attack them. So I put in my guy that I used, and I said,
yeah,
use him. He's good. we end up getting WSO of the day, and then I got hit by the Black Hatters. $1,500 bill in like a matter of 2-3 days. And Amazon's calling me up going, dude, you're getting crushed. What's going on? Your bill was $1 something last month. You're up to $1,500 right now. And I'm like, let's track this. And, and they're like, yeah, you got hit by Black Hat. We're cool. We'll help you out. But all of a sudden, the ability of my guy to do what he was doing for me disappeared. Yeah. Everything that he sent, if he sent a link to one of my videos, gone. I mean, the YouTube was just like, dude, it's a bot. We know it. We're tracking it. People are like, your guy's getting, he sucks. And I'm like, well, it's because now there's 5,000 people using him, and we've all just left a massive footprint to him. It wasn't just a couple of people. It was the world. I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, find your own people from now on. I'm like, this is great. I had a video screenshot, 1.8 million Facebook shares. Wow. Or Facebook likes.
Yeah.
Facebook likes. 1.5 Google Plus, Google Pluses, and it was viewed 3.5 million times, and I had an 80% watch rate. And they smacked it. I'm still arguing with YouTube about it. They took that damn thing down, and they're like, you did something. And I said, but there's no traffic source. There's no bots. You can see the IPs. You can see how it happened. And it took about a week and a half for that. And I don't know what was done to make that video go viral like that. I have no clue. And they are still going, we can't put it back up. We're still looking to see how you did that. And I'm like, I didn't do anything. I'm like, you're looking at the traffic sources. You know I didn't buy anything. So,
wow.
Well, that's how fast they are. If they want it, they'll intervene. Yeah. They're not waiting around. They will come after it because I'm nobody to them.
Yeah, well, and absolutely. I mean, they're getting more and more people. They're hiring more and more people every day to watch this stuff. And, I think that they do manually intervene more than people think, but you can also, it's weird, you can also skip under the radar for 6 to 8 months on some weird term and rake in the cash, but then you can get slammed in a week for something like this. It's weird.
Oh no, I've got I have an entire channel up for, I'd say, 300 keywords. Each video is its own thing, and I will tell you this. Every video is exactly the same. The keywords are different. The descriptions are the exact same. The phone number is the exact same. They are all ranking in the top 3 of Google for their keywords. And it was a pixel adjustment. I did a massive upload. I mean, I literally uploaded 500 videos in one sitting, and they're all the same. And it's still sitting there. And it's been up for a year and a half. Yeah. And Google doesn't care. YouTube doesn't care. But damn it, if I throw up something that I think is important and I want to get out there, I'm getting bitch slapped all over the SERPs.
Well, the cool thing is that something like a channel like that, I mean, you can use that to literally siphon a living out of, and then something that gets like, bam, like 3 million views, they think you've been doing weird stuff. It might not even make you money, but it'll get pulled down when over here on the side, I mean, that's how these people who are just silent and they're making money online, they're like using video and SEO, and it's just sitting there, and they're not saying a word to anybody, and they're just bringing in affiliate cash or however they're doing it,
Oh yeah, no, that's the thing is I was racking in probably 70, 80 phone calls a month to this one client, and he's like, these are like the best leads we've ever got, and I said, well, these are only buyer terms. I mean, when this person's looking at these videos, they probably looked at the same damn video 5 times, because they're searching different terms, and this video is just sitting there. So by the time they call you, they're definitely ready to spend some money. And he was like, this is awesome. He goes, don't let it stop. And I said, well, you keep paying me, and it'll never stop.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. Keep paying your bills, buddy.
Yeah.
We're all good. Let's see. Pigeon. Don't do anything dirty with maps right now.
Yeah, leave your maps alone.
I'd let it settle down because there's gonna. I think, again, it's just like what was that with backlinks where you could go in and take down the bad ones or what they claimed was bad.
Yeah.
I think that was the greatest thing that Google could have ever done, because people went and took care of the crap themselves, and all Google did was release information saying, we're going to take this away from you, and we are going to punish you, but here's a tool, and you can take all of them away that are bad and evil, and you gave them an entire database of the links to look for.
Oh yeah, it was, I mean, a massive cleanup thing. And then the cool thing for SEOs is I know that I had some clients where it was just, oh yeah, $500, $1,000, I'll remove all your bad links, and then we will part ways. And it kind of opened up a whole nother avenue for a new service that you can offer your client. So, and still to this day, I mean, I roll it in, I package it in if they need it, you know.
Oh yeah, well, and that's the thing is you've got, massive amount of online articles. You've got newspapers that were, oh my God, look at what's happening to the world online. It's, the black cloud. And, people are like, oh, I read this. And I go, yep. Is it real? Yeah. I mean, Google put it out. It's real.
Yeah.
Do I need it? We can look at it. We can take a look at it and see what's going on. But no.
Yeah.
Leave it alone. Keep your shit straight. Stop freaking out.
Yeah, and again, like the link thing. I mean, you can have bad links that are helping you just because that's how Google is. And if I've seen you start taking that stuff away, you start damaging rankings, and clients are like, well, this is supposed to help, and it can become a shitstorm pretty damn quick,
Well, and that's what I'm saying is we were talking about like the website example.com or mysite.com. People use that as just to demonstrate, like a permalink structure. Mysite.com /category /page number. Is this going to work for me? And all of a sudden now there's a million backlinks for mysite.com.
Yep.
Google is not going to hurt mysite.com, the real mysite.com, because of all these links, but they're getting them from every forum, every Facebook, every YouTube channel, every article submission site. I mean, they've got nothing but shit links out there.
Yeah.
But they're still number one, I mean... So when Google says, or Matt Cut says, or anybody else says, yeah, they're lying to you.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, Matt Cutts is gone now, so we might be able to take over Google for a while. But
well, what happened with Matt?
Well, did you read that? He's not gone permanently, but he's on leave till October.
Oh, what the hell? Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. It was like 2 weeks ago or something, or a little while ago, and he just announced that he wanted to take some time with his family, I guess, and apparently he wasn't, making too much money at Google, so he's just going on an extended away time. So.
Well, yeah, he's instant celebrity, I mean, he could go on. He probably. Because of his contract, couldn't go on like NBC or CNN or any of that. But I mean, if he did, that's $1,000 just to say, yeah, I'm Matt Cutts.
Yeah, exactly.
Google rocks.
Google rocks.
Pay him. I mean, if instant celebrity because the guy got up there one day and said, no, we're just going to tell you how we're going to smack the shit out of you. And then everybody's like, Matt Cutts hating. And, the guy could print his own T-shirts and put them out on the internet and sell them. I mean, that would be the ultimate Teespring ad.
Yeah.
He has his own picture on there and with the word sucks under it, and he makes all the money from it. He'd make more than he'd ever make at Google,
Exactly.
Matt Cutts
probably
sucks.
have to, adjust his contract, and sorry, you can't print T-shirts, you can't do public speaking. I mean, who knows what he makes at Google, but,
Oh, he's I'm sure he's making, somewhere near $250,000.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, they're signing up newbies, out of college and stuff for 175. So,
Wow.
hey man, come on. Most of those guys have double master's degrees, PhDs. I mean, these are super geeks. I mean,
Yeah.
I just want a Google colored bicycle.
Exactly. I just want to take one off the campus there. Because don't they have them where you can ride them around for free?
Oh yeah, for free. Yeah, just from one location to the next. I'm sure that the Google cops have the coolest uniforms. Could you imagine that, a 9mm 6-hour that's got like the rainbow colors on it and stuff?
Realistically, they probably have like invisibility cloaks and like all this technology that nobody else has, and they're just hiding in the bushes, and you just get shot and nobody sees anything.
With an invisible bullet, you're getting
and as soon as you get shot, it turns you invisible, so there's no trace of anything.
Yeah, you disappear. There's a whole body farm somewhere at Google. Oh my God! Now Google's going to be watching us, going, "You're telling people about our body farm. How did you know?"
How'd you find out about the invisibility cloak?
Dude, they got low jack on those bikes. I'm sure somebody's tried to steal them a few times. I would definitely go for it. It'd be funny. Oh, so what are you doing this weekend?
I am leaving to go see Motley Crue tonight.
So. They're going to be here next week.
Cool. Yeah, Salt Lake tonight, so that should be good. Going to Salt Lake, gonna have a little mini vacay. Should be fun.
Who's opening?
Alice Cooper.
Yeah, see, Alice. Yeah, he'll be here. I mean, that damn dude lives here, so.
Yeah, lives in Phoenix. Yeah.
Yeah. He's a local celeb. He does his little car commercials and stuff. And
really? Nice.
Not really.
Not really. I didn't know that.
Dude's like 73 or something, Yeah. I mean, but he's still rocking out. So
he does. I mean, he's like holding up severed heads and like kicking babies on stage and all this stuff.
Yeah, and that's a carryover from the 70s.
Yeah.
Oh man, well that's gonna be awesome. Geez, I don't know. Oh, I've got using the Showcase app today. So it says that we are showing the item for SEMeasy.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's showing, but I'm sure it's somewhere. It'll probably be in the YouTube replay. So it'll probably be showing on our site too. Go over, check them out. It's going to be the price went up. I think it's going up today, or it went up last night to $37 a month. It's cool shit. The guys are serious. They're underground. They're getting a little bit well known because of some controversy that's happened in the past few weeks and months. But serious hardcore SEO guys from the East Coast. They do weekly webinars. They do all this stuff. They are not paying us. They are not giving us affiliate money. There is no financial ties. But if I use something and it's pretty kick-ass, then I try to tell you guys. Also, links on Facebook and YouTube to Byron's webinar. Get in there. It's a mastermind group. It's kick-ass shit. And the webinar dropped, 4 or 5 things while I was cooking on the grill last night. I got the phone, with the little kickstand out, and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, damn, need a pen. So I'm trying to run around and grab a pen as he's talking. I'm
like, telling me he's grilling, and I'm chatting to him on Facebook. He's like, dude, don't you have a webinar coming up? I'm like, well, yeah, but I got to talk to you too,
I know. I was like, dude, I'm gonna be grilling. So yeah, you're coming with me, and yeah, no, it was really great. And then I got my email about the replay, so now I can play it while I'm doing some shit in the background. But yeah, check it out, because I mean, the 3 or 4 freebies that he tells you, but what I really like is that you do so many calls to help, the newbie out, and that's one of the things is, that I know that I have still have a hard time with is the automating of the SEO.
Yeah.
Finding a quality outsourcer has taken me forever. I actually have an outsourcing book, virtual assistant book that my buddy Chris Ducker wrote about qualifying and interviewing and doing all that stuff, so you get the best quality. But just finding anybody that's worth a crap, and automating the system, you don't have to work so hard.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when you have 5 or 6 clients, you can easily be working like 6 to 8 hours a day. But you start outsourcing that, you get like, I use tools, and I also use, on a limited basis, tools as in like other websites that can handle some things, and then virtual assistants, and it's still my tactics, my SEO work, but they're doing the mundane 8 hours a day stuff, and I'm calling up a client and saying, yeah, dude, number 2, number 3, you know what I mean? Like telling them where they're at, consulting with them, and then I can have 30 clients, So all of a sudden you go from 5 clients to 30 clients, and you're working the same amount of time or less. So it's pretty damn sweet.
Oh yeah, no, it's one of my favorite questions is, well, how do you do that? And I go, don't worry about it. Say you're a plumber. I don't ask you how the hell you got the drain or the piping to do what it did because it was stopped for a while. All I said was, come take care of this issue. When it's done, I'm going to pay you. Same thing when I do what I do. I'm not going to tell you how I did it. Just be happy that the outcome is exactly what you wanted, and you're going to pay me very well for it.
Exactly.
And if I can outsource that, hey, that's the plumbing guy who owns, the fleet of trucks. He is not going into a client's house going, I got to reconfigure this cabobulate over here. No, he's sending, Joe the plumber out and going, go fix that.
Yeah, exactly, because he's got 15 Joe the plumbers, and he's the real Joe, and he's got the company name, and he's sending them out. I mean, some guys work in this, but to scale any business to where you're making any sort of money that is just above and beyond normal, you've got to farm stuff out. You've got to have employees. I mean, that's all it is. The virtual assistants, they're just employees. It's nothing weird, no wizardry. People are like, well, you pay them like $3 or $4 an hour. Well, yeah, but I talk to them, and in their countries, these are good wages. And I also have guys on U.S. soil, so it's not like I have a bunch of Indians or Filipinos. I do, and they do great work, but it's all about scaling.
Well, no, and that's the thing is people go, well, it's you're getting $3 or $4 an hour worth of talent, and I go, well, no, because most of the time if they work out, they're making more than that, and they're getting bonuses and they're getting gifts, and we're taking care of them because we want them to stay with us forever.
Exactly.
So it's a quality thing, and if I've got a guy in the U.S. that's worth his salt in this business, I will gladly pay him what he's worth and what he wants. The only problem is I'm not finding, anywhere the people I want, the quality I want, as much as I want. Like I said earlier with my cold callers, man, I was willing to pay thousands of dollars a month to have somebody handle this for me, and I couldn't get anybody to do it the right way or do it consistently. So if you don't want to earn thousands of dollars a month, that's not my fault. That's your fault.
Exactly. Well, I mean, back to that point, I bought one of my guys a screen. It was like $80 or something. He busted his laptop screen. 1, he couldn't work for me, and 2, he had been doing a great job. So I'm like, I'll buy you the screen. I PayPal'd him the money. He was able to get the screen, repair his laptop in like 2 days, and we were back up and running. But he said he does coding for me for the limited web design projects I do. I mean, he's so great that I'm not going to let him just sit there without a screen, So, and he, takes me a picture of it and a frowny face, and I'm like, dude, we'll just take care of it,
Exactly. Yeah. Where do you need the money? How much is it? Hell, do you need me to send you the computer? We'll Amazon it to you. Whatever. But yeah, it's things like that. If they're worth it, it's just like you want to be a great employee for your boss if you have a job. My wife, she's a fantastic teacher. Her clients are actually students, but her boss is the principal and all the other administrators. If she's not pulling her shit, she's out. You know, and it's been the way it was when I was growing up.
Yeah.
You know, I had to be good at my job, and hopefully I got a bonus. And you know, my guys took it. You know, you get a turkey during Thanksgiving and shit like that, and that's all we're doing is just we're the ones handing out the turkeys now.
Exactly.
You know, and I love employees. I love being able to call up, and hey, I'll tell you what. I've met some people who said, you know, some students of mine, can I do something for you? This is what I do. And I go, well, sure, yeah, and let's try it out. You know, we've interacted, we've gotten to know each other, and then that works out. And then they turn around and go, hey, I've got this idea. Do you want to work together? I'll do this, you do that, and let's see where it goes. And of course, now I've got a relationship, plus I see how they work, and of course I want to make money doing something else, you know, and when it comes to, you know, SEO and different things, if they've got a strength, you know, and a reach or a brilliant idea, yeah, let's run with it, you know, and that's what everybody's got to do. Stop trying to learn everything that's out there, and start doing. And like I said, there's like the SEMeasy guys and you. I know you. I've trusted you. I've learned what you're doing, and I've got no problem telling people when they ask me, so who would you suggest? You? And I go, no, because I don't want to teach you. You know, I teach a totally different thing, and I teach a totally different way, and I'm going to piss you off when I teach you because you're either going to learn it or you're going to F off, and, you know, that's kind of how I am, and that's not always congruent with how some people learn.
Yep.
So I say, go here, very inexpensive, but you're getting, you know, I mean, just with what you do, you know, for a few $1,000, you're learning things that you can turn around and get that back in a month.
Oh, and then it's just churning over and over and over, and then you pile it on top of each other, and you get an ROI that's just crazy.
I mean, if you got, and I tell people, if you got one client for $1,000, and that's only $12,000, and people go, you can't live on $12,000. Well, that's crap, because I know you can, but $12,000 pays for car, gas, probably insurance, you know, part of your rent, you know, depending on where you live. So that takes care of a major bill, and then all you have to do is find one other person. Now you're making 24.
Yep. Exactly.
Another one you're making 36, which is, you know, the medium range of, you know, and you're working with 3 people doing the same thing, and now outsource it for $1,000. Yeah. And now you're not even working.
Exactly.
And you're making 24 grand.
Yeah, theoretically, you could talk to these people once or twice on the phone, monitor the campaign, you know, do a little work with like making a report every month, like half hour, and you're making, you know, like you said, $36,000 a year, or you get 5 or 10 clients, you do the same thing, you're making $80,000 a year. You know what I mean? And yeah, you do spend more time as you get more clients. I'm not saying you do nothing and make $100 grand a year, but you're not working 10 hours a day if you're outsourcing. That's for damn sure.
Well, and that's, you know, and that's, and people go, well, you know, what parts do you outsource? Everything. Web design. I've got people who, you know, still to this day, my business cards say video marketing. So you build websites?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep, me too. Mine are strictly SEO now, and it's like, they're like, oh, well, I just need a web builder, a web designer, and I'm like, well, okay, I'll take care of that for you, you know.
Oh, exactly. Oh, yeah. Or do you know websites? I know lots of websites, man. I'm on them all day long.
Google,
Google, Facebook, YouTube. I'm throwing down with the Vinci 7-fold this morning. Yeah, you know, but they'll be like, no, I need a website. Fine. So I'll get on. I'll take everything that they tell me they want, and I'll go post it on freelance. Yeah. You know, and then I'll turn around and say, yeah, this guy said 150. I can cut you some slack and get it up for about $500, man. You know.
Yeah.
Do you need hosting? Yeah. Okay, I just happen to run a hosting company on the side too. We'll just sign you up through my affiliate link over here at GoDaddy, and I mean, but that's exactly what you do.
Yeah.
And now you just made $500. Plus, now they're like, you call them up and you go, okay, the website's up, but nobody knows that you're out there. You need content. You need to build something. You want to do some videos. You gotta advertise. You need some Facebook campaigns. Yeah. And now you've got $1,000 a month, and you're pushing it all out. I mean, come on. You set up Facebook ads and you just let them roll.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't babysit them. I mean, you check them once a week. I mean, you can check them daily, but it's really boring.
It's really boring, and like my eyes started to hurt, and I'm just like looking at. I'm like, oh man, my click-through rate went down 0.001%.
Well, it's just like watching a launch when you first do it. You sit there going, oh, somebody on the forum just said something. I gotta, or you run that webinar, and it's like, oh, and by the way, Walt Bayless, man. Walter Bayless is releasing his Google plugin for Hangouts on your website. This guy.
Yeah.
This guy bought it a year ago, but it's a whole new updated one, and we're going to be using that to put these onto our h1tags.com so that people don't have to worry about where the hell we are.
Yeah.
When the hell we are, they can just go to h1tags.com, and the webinar will be right on the screen.
Nice.
And it should be all real nice and smooth. I'm so excited. August 5th. If you go to my Facebook, you'll be able to see links. I'll be dropping them all day long. No, I love Walter, man. I love it. And what I loved was he was the first one to really put something out there, and it was super stable. So keep an eye out if you do Hangout shit. So, well, listen, man, it has been lovely. Your girly friend is going to be coming home soon to get ready to go.
I'm feeling the tension, so I need to definitely get ready for the crew. I gotta put my makeup on and fluff the hair and.
I hope you have fun. The last crew concert that I went to, it sucked. It just sucked.
Yeah.
But that happens during shows. But when I did 10 shows in 1 year and 5 of them sucked ass, I was a little upset. But hey, when you go back to Vegas, you gotta go to Vince's tattoo shop.
Okay, I'll check it out.
If you go during football season on Sundays during the games, he's sometimes inside the shop watching the games and just chilling with everybody.
Oh, nice.
But do not take in tequila because he doesn't need to drink anymore.
No, he gets a DUI like every 3 months.
Yeah. But they have with his daughter. They have a great charity that they'll do the poker playing. And you can buy into that. I think it's like $50 or $150. It's kind of cool to sit down and say, I played in Vince Neil's charity tournament. So
sweet.
Something to look out for when you and I get up to Vegas.
Sounds good, man.
All right, listen, I appreciate you. Thanks for spending some time on Friday. We'll have schedules and everything worked out a little bit later after the weekend, but I just wanted to say I'm Frank Schwarz.
Byron Lee, and this is the SEO Show. We'll catch you later.
Peace.